Stephenson County Historical Society, and it was built in 1857. Many of us call it the Oscar Taylor home. Many people lived in the Oscar Taylor home, and many people died in the Oscar Taylor home. There have been many stories, from the upstairs to the downstairs, all the way to the basement. And we're going to go in and check some of these out. I hope I come out. I'm glad I have my running shoes on.
Oh yeah. Of all the stories that I've heard though, I've never heard anybody actually seeing a ghost. In the early days of the museum, they had a curator who was a live-in curator and caretaker.
Wow.
And in the 80s, there was a couple who lived here, and the wife tragically died of a heart attack or something suddenly. So that adds another person to this story. So, well, there's two stories in this hallway, actually. The first one is this cabinet, which is probably you'd call it a linen press. It would store your sheets and everything like that, and it was handcrafted in Freeport by a German immigrant by the name of Daniel Schubert, and it was probably about late 1800s, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, one year we had, instead of doing our paranormal dinner, we had like a barbecue outside, and then, because we thought, well, paranormal dinner's a little expensive, not everybody can afford it. Yeah. We'll do like just tours every half hour through and do a little thing. So they were doing a tour, they left, and the next tour came, and this door was wide open. Now, come here and try to open that and see if that's something they think could just easily open on its own.
No way. Nope.
Okay, now my best story that happened to me was right here, and I was redoing this exhibit on Jane Addams, and we were putting the fabric in the background, so we were kind of tapping nails and making a little ruckus here. And at the time I had an assistant, a young woman by the name of Tiffany, and Tiffany had to go over to the carriage house to get something, and when she was gone I was standing here and I started smelling flowers, like a perfume, like a really, really sweet perfume. And I thought, well, it must be, Tiffany used to go to Starbucks and get those really fragrant coffees and stuff. So I thought she was coming back in with her coffee. And she walked in, and she's walking up the stairs. She goes, "Did you put potpourri in here?" And I'm like, no. I thought it was your coffee. She goes, "I didn't even get a coffee." And so we're like, okay. So we were just working, and it got stronger and stronger to the point where it was making me sick to my stomach. It was so sweet and so strong. And I finally said, maybe we should just go back to the carriage house and finish this later. And it just, boom, went away.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
So, I mean, you know, there are stories like people smell tobacco, you know, in a cabinet. Well, humidity can bring out smells that have been kind of, you know, ingrained in porous materials, but this was not that. This
now,
was,
maybe you haven't thought about it much, but what's your opinion on it? Who do you think it was, with all of the individuals that are around here that would be, who would be interested in you in this house doing that?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure, you know, any of them could have been curious. Winnie was a friend of Jane Addams, knew her personally, so maybe. There's another theory too that the lady who died in the 1980s wore a very strong perfumey, flowery perfume, and so that kind of opens the dimension that it's maybe not just the Taylor family here.
Yeah.
More.
Okay.
So. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think where I am here. These two rooms, this is a temporary exhibit room, and then we have a military exhibit, and then we have 2 bedrooms that are like a child's bedroom and an adult's bedroom. And this scares the school kids. This room scares the school kids more than going in the basement into the Underground Railroad room. You know, they're fine with that.
Is it the dolls?
The dolls are a bit creepy, and I honestly probably wouldn't want to come up here at night.
No.
But the dolls are creepy on their own. But this little guy, right here, I find him in different places on the floor.
Really?
At times, not all the time.
Yeah,
But I'll come in to do a tour, and he'll be right in the middle of the room. So I don't know. Doesn't seem like
no.
He
can't just do it on his own.
He'd move on his own.
No.
So I don't know. But if you'd like to go see the basement, we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I would come in and take a look.
Yeah, if there's anything.
It's amazing how we look at these. You see the Dexter A. Knowlton store in 1840. The name Dexter A. Knowlton was I would say if it was 1840, I would probably say his grandson, or probably his son was a judge in this town. It was his son who was a judge in this town. So, and there's Knowlton Park, and there's the history of Freeport looms large in this house. I don't know about you, but when I walk in this hallway, I get a very, very strong, strange feeling.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh, there's another story. See, sometimes I can't remember them all, but I had just done a temporary exhibit in here, and we had an open house. And so I was kind of stationed here to explain to people. And when we have open houses like that, we put ropes across the bedroom so that people don't go in because we can't have somebody in every room. And so I was just kind of standing here, and out of the corner of my eye, I kept seeing something moving in the bedroom. And after 3 or 4 times, I'm like, people, don't you know what a rope means? So I was going to go over there, and there was nobody in the room.
Okay. You guys want to go first? Do you want me to go? I'm going first, all right.
You want to go first? Okay.
No, I didn't necessarily say I had to go first.
I'm just going to turn this screen off so I don't...
All right, don't leave me.
Okay, so we're in the basement now, and there is definitely, I mean, it's not like anything it's very subtle, but there's definitely activity down here. Okay. This is, more than one person has heard the little girl giggle, the giggle voice. The paranormal group, a few times they've been touched on like their ankles and their legs.
Oh.
So I personally have not had an experience down here other than hearing what I thought was the steps coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and I should say, I forget because I'm just the right height, but if you're taller than me, watch your head. Because we have some pipes in here that I can just fit under. So this is the cupboard that was in front of this door, and that's why they thought it was a secret room.
All right. Okay.
You got us all.
You got it.
So.
May I go in?
Yes, please do.
Well, we'll let Katie go in first. I'll take her first, and then I'll go in.
I don't want to go first.
No, okay.
So I think this at one time was open for a coal bin.
Oh, okay.
Feel how it's nice and cold down here,
Yeah.
so this makes it kind of the perfect temperature to store your root vegetables over the winter, to keep things cool.
Yeah.
Now, if this would have been an Underground Railroad, where would this have been the quote unquote
Well,
entrance, or what? Or
probably not. Probably. This is all partitioned off now for storage and such, but the cellar doors are right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you could, this doorway wasn't all nice and everything here. This was just open. So you could have come in here and
Go that way.
yeah.
I have not gotten the feelings like I did upstairs in that hallway. The hallway hit me. This feels nice down here. No, this feels nice.
Yeah.
If there is someone down here or something down here.
Well, and there's a theory that they kind of come and go too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels different. It never feels bad.
No.
But sometimes it feels a little more active than other times.
It sure does.
Yeah. And I think, when we have a thing like the paranormal dinner where, we have a house full of people, I think that kind of gets them sort of excited because they were very social, and I'm sure they like to see their house being enjoyed and
Used and yeah.
That's true. So, you talked about the paranormal dinner. What, you planning on doing that again, or are you going to have the paranormal dinner again?
Once we're safely through the COVID situation, we usually have it in October, usually not exactly Halloween weekend, usually a weekend before or weekend after or something like that. And we have it for 2 nights, and it includes a formal dinner, sit-down dinner in the Taylor dining room, and then we have a program afterwards where we do a paranormal tour through the house, and also a little presentation of like the things that I showed you,
Sure.
the different things that they've heard in the house, and the different readings that they've gotten in the house.
Yeah.
So we have people come back year after year, and then we have a lot of new people.
So how many people per night can come to this paranormal
we
dinner?
have capped it at 18. We can fit comfortably, kind of tight in the dining room. But
So we're talking only 36 people. So
That's it.
when this is announced, people need to step up on this.
Yep.
Now you talked about Halloween. What about Christmas, or Thanksgiving? What holidays?
Well,
anything you have?
normally we have a Christmas tea in December. We are not going to have that this year because it involves plates of cookies and touching
Sure.
things like that. So that we're pretty much deciding not to have. But we are going to have our holiday craft show unless some terrible spike comes along. And we will be following all the social distancing, masks, limited amount of people in the house at a time, but it's really fun. We have about 20 different crafters who make homemade things, everything from pot holders to jellies to paintings to just a wide range of cool things that you just can't get at any store.
Well, that sounds wonderful. We hope, and we know that there are so many people that want to do something and go out and do something.
And
So.
we are open now. We're open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We have a tour at noon and a tour at 2 each day. So it's a guided tour, and we limit it to 6 people per tour. So if you want to make sure you are going to get in, you can call ahead.
What's that phone number?
815-232-8419.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
815-232-8419.
Bada bing.
Yes.
Well, you have been wonderful, and
One of the things that we really want to do is stay respectful of the
Sure.
family.
Yes.
And we don't want anybody coming in and trying to be spooky
Right.
and,
Yeah.
call up things that maybe we don't want to be here.
Exactly.
So when we're here, we're the Taylor's guests, and if they want to join us, we welcome them heartily, but if they don't, then that's their choice. So
I kept my hands in my pockets the entire time because I just, I want to be respectful, and for everyone that's in here, thank you for letting us be a part of your home, and we want you to stay here. We don't want you to come with us. We want you to keep enjoying the Oscar Taylor home.
They'll stay.
Yes, we want you to stay here. So
Yep.
I'm going to come up here, and I will say this has been wonderful, but if that grandfather clock bongs, I am sailing out of here.